last broadcast. I intended to do a lot more, but I had to cut it short, unfortunately, for health reasons. I became dreadfully ill the next day after the last few broadcasts of Red Dead, so I was not able to bring you the broadcasts I wanted to, and that was unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I spent last week recovering, trying to get better, so I could come back and start bringing these videos because I'm very much enjoying it, and I hope everyone who's tuning in is enjoying it as well. But yeah, let's summarize where we were. We did a robbery with Micah, I remember last. We met our Pinkerton agents for the first time, the jerks, and they came and kind of like threatened Arthur a little, tried to coerce him into turning over Dutch. Had a few other bit of dramas in the last episode. I believe we did something with Mary Linton, and a couple other things happened. But it was an eventful episode. We had a lot of action. Shooting up some O'Driscolls, having to steal a wagon from Cornwall Kerosene and Tar, taking Little Jack fishing. So a lot went on. And I had a lot going on after that. So this week I intend to try and get as much of this in as I can. If not, I start my new schedule, so I have much more forgiving hours now, so I'll be able to actually get on at set times to bring episodes on the days I am doing broadcasts, which will more than likely be the middle of the week, because I'm going to try and reserve the weekends as much as possible to actually game, like, for fun and with friends, and, so I'm going to take the weekends off from broadcasting, but I'm going to try and bring it about middle of the week. I want to say Wednesday, Thursday is what I'm aiming for most weeks. So, I got all my Christmas shopping done yesterday so that I can just enjoy my holiday, enjoy bringing videos and spending time with my family and, friends and all that. I want to, because I sometimes I overdo with my vaping, and you all know I do it a lot in my videos, so I want to cut back a little bit. I don't want to give it up, but I need to, so that way it's not as distracting, and that way I'm cutting back. I got a new device, smaller, it's going to deliver higher quality stuff in lower doses, so that way I should be happy, and it shouldn't be quite such a distraction, so, and for other reasons, because my throat is...
I'm sorry.
Well, I suppose he'd do the same for you.
Exactly.
We're all in this together, Mr. Morgan. I know you know that.
Of course, Miss Grimshaw.
So I got this little guy now, and boy is he wonderful. I enjoy him a lot. We got lots going on since we last left off. We have a heist in progress and a couple other bold robberies in the works.
I know the feeling.
Once we pull off a few more robberies and we get the money I need, I'm gonna...
What's the sheriff's costume all about?
I'm gonna take Arthur out shopping because I feel like he needs a new horse. The one we've got is great and all, but it's not like, the horse we want. I feel like we could definitely do better, so I'm going to be saving up my money a little and bearing in mind the idea of a new horse.
Mr. Arthur.
I hear O'Shea screaming at people.
There he is. Keep your mouth shut, and you might survive the week.
Hey, come on.
Just know we're watching you.
All right, then.
My lady.
Hey, Arthur.
Keeping out of mischief?
Yes, unfortunately.
All right. I'll leave you to it.
Sure, Arthur.
I haven't seen enough stuff at camp, so I was just curious. I thought I'd do a quick roam around before I set out on my journey for the episode, as we definitely got a lot going on.
No, not
like to get him a nice neckerchief or a tie. Maybe when we go down south, especially since, you know, it'll be a warmer climate, so we'll be getting him a change of clothes. We don't want him sweating his dick off in this, because he likely would. It's some... It's some clothing that looks like it's not going to be very,
Okay, boy. Let's go.
Arthur, get that horse out of
Just
here.
calm down.
Man, he's too close in. I was just trying to get him out the door, lady. Calm down. That was a little embarrassing. Here I am trying to just turn him around so I can actually leave the camp, and good grief. Drama already from our gang mates. Yeah, we're nearing the end of this chapter, and it's a little bittersweet because this is the chapter where the gang was the happiest, and they were all still a really close family, and I mean, there's still a while where they're not, you know, they'll still be relatively happy and on good terms, but we all know it won't last. But still, it's going to be bittersweet leaving this, because everything from here on out, you know, things just get a little bit worse, little by little. The landscape is always quite beautiful. But yeah, we're moving on. I'm gonna move in and take care of that robbery that John was planning. Here's Sean.
Well, at least it ain't your job.
Ah, shut up, Arthur.
Yeah, your job's starting the fights. It ain't winning them.
I can scrap, Arthur. I'm just no good at homework.
I can see.
Besides, what do you care, Englishman? You've got no time for me. I tried to find you work, but then you're off cutting jobs with other folks, and your boy Sean doesn't get a look in.
Guess I don't want to get shot, that's all.
Ah, you're a real fucking funny shit, Arthur Morgan, huh? Real fucking funny.
Calm down.
You better sleep with your eyes open.
Yeah, well, you're gonna sleep with your chest open if you ain't careful, boy.
I love you, Arthur Morgan. I love you. Come on, take a shot. Come on, take your best shot, please, huh?
Grow up.
And let me come on the raid with yous.
Raid?
Don't be playing coy with me, son. It's unbecoming. That bloody train you and him has set up. What you're doing out here, you're going to need guns, you're going to need men.
Oh, that. So Marston told you? It ain't a big show. I need calmness. If I take you, I might as well bring Micah along.
Now compare me to that oily turd again. You're a dead man.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Arthur, what's your problem with me? In fact, don't tell me. I already know. You're threatened by me.
Threatened by you.
Yeah, my youthful vigor. It intimidates you.
Does it?
It's a story as old as the hills. The changing of the guard, the fading of the light. You're toast, old man.
Okay. And what are you?
I'm the future. In all its glory.
Oh, good luck. Good luck and shut up. I want to get some rest before nightfall. Wake up, you lazy son.
What are you doing here, kid?
I'm coming, John. On the job.
I said you weren't coming.
Yeah, well, Arthur says I am. And it's his party, boy, so come on, let's go. Me and the big cheeses. Love it. Can't wait to slit some bastard's throat.
You sure about this?
No. Are we ready?
Yeah. Train's due through tonight.
All right, then. It's on. Charles?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let's go earn some money.
Hey, all the horses untethered?
Think so?
Good. They should follow on behind us.
You find a good spot, Wolfman?
Yeah. Follow the trail southwest. There's a spot that's remote, but should still give them enough time to spot the oil wagon.
They see this blocking the tracks, they'll stop soon enough.
Apparently. Picks up a new team of guards at the state line, so...
Wowzers,
shouldn't
wowzers.
be too
Hey,
much in the way
Ducky.
of guns to deal with.
I like these first heists. Well, these first few robberies are great. They're very competent. They've been good. Oh, I've been sick, but I'm better now. That's how I've been. But the last 2 or 3 days have been great, so I can't complain. I'm happy to be back on.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Stay close on this. Wouldn't want you getting scratched by a squirrel or something. That could put you out of commission for the rest of the year.
Why do you have to speak so much? It's incessant.
Cause I've still got some blood in me veins. You old
I
bastards
hear
have
ya.
forgotten how to live.
I blame you two for rescuing him.
Far too much trouble for what we got out of it.
Yeah, takes a whole army of bounty hunters to bring in Sean McGuire. And look at me now, in the gunner sea. Back in business, boys. You know, my dad always used to say...
Not the dog, please.
Not this again.
Fine. Damn you three. Sulky, angry, scarface. A right barrel of laughs.
They're left here, towards Rhodes.
So, we blow
Oh,
the
I
shot
just
to the
missed
wagon,
it.
then jumping. That's the plan.
I tried, though. I think I saw what you meant.
Build the engineer. John, secure the passenger car fast, take charitable donations, and make sure everyone behaves.
I suspect there's some sort of hidden dialogue there that I've missed. I know, I tried. I saw it coming. I just barely missed it, too.
Get a bullet back.
So, what are you doing?
I'll run point. Keep an eye out for outriders and the law. Help you three where I can.
All right for some. Cherry picking, I call that.
We'll be out in the middle of nowhere, so it'll take a while for any word to get to the law. But we should still move quick.
Aye, aye, Scarface.
Oh, shut up, please.
We close, Marston? We're at the railroad.
Just carry on a bit further. Here's good. Stop the wagon over the tracks. Remember, these are innocent folks. We handle this right, nobody needs to die here.
Yeah.
Mr. Marston, Mr. Smith, Mr. McGuire, ha! Get over there. When she slows, order.
And you?
I'm gonna make sure she slows.
Let's do or die with you. I like it.
Get moving.
Mm. Oh yeah. I like Arthur to look kind of sharpish.
What's going on here?
I mean, he's not dressed to the nines tux fancy, but he looks respectable.
I'm going aboard. Make that quick and join us on
I mean, Dutch usually looks pretty respectable, so I often imagine that Arthur tries to, you know, at least in the beginning as someone who looks up to Dutch, tries to emulate a little bit before things start falling apart.
Everybody stay calm and don't get shot. Go. Everything you got. Money, valuable. There you go. Let's make this quick, people. Come on. We ain't leaving till this bag's full.
Don't help me. I'll do anything.
I ain't got nothing.
You want to have a little chat with Romeo and Juliet here?
I don't
What's the problem?
Money, valuable.
Don't do this. Just give it to him, Thomas, please.
Okay. Come on. Okay. In the bag, everything you got. Keep it coming. Don't be shy.
People like you make me
Everything
sick.
you got.
These two seem to think we're playing games.
What the? God damn it. Sick is better than dead, lady. And I'm losing my goddamn patience.
Let's just do what he says so this can be over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a robbery. Let's make this quick.
Make me hurt you? No. You go ahead and look for the baggage car.
You sure about that?
Why are you
You
wasting
show
our
this
time,
son of a
huh?
bitch we ain't playing around here.
Quick, come on! Come on, partner. Come on, quick!
Everything you got. Money, valuable.
I like how competent these first few robberies are.
From me.
Let me hand you over to my friend then.
Don't make me hurt you. Put in now!
They're really well done, they're well organized, very few mistakes are made. I mean, when something does go wrong, it's just the luck of the draw and not so much anyone being
I
stupid.
can handle this from here. You should check on Sean.
Okay.
Even Micah's first robbery goes fairly well with Arthur,
What is it? You
in
alright?
spite of how dumb Micah is.
For Christ's sake, you ain't even taken a look yet?
There's probably something in here, Arthur.
Lurk away.
For fuck's sake! I'm sorry. You little Irish shit, get up! Look out!
This time I'll look and you provide the cover.
Try my best, brother. I'm seeing double here.
That gives you twice the chance. One.
Very funny. Arthur, we've got a problem. There's two arseholes on horses.
How many you say?
Oh damn, I didn't get a chance to get more loot because these guys showed up so fast this time. I think we were slow.
We said you men come out now. There's only two of you, you fools. We got a whole lot less to lose. Why don't the two of you ride away? That way neither you get killed. Goddamn liberties.
There's a few more than turning up.
Damn my big mouth. Okay, let's deal with them.
You won't tell me. Shit. We got more on the left. More coming through the trees, you see him?
Too close.
Get rid of him quick so we can make a run for it.
a little rusty after a week off. I'm definitely having more trouble killing these guys than I normally would. I should have dispatched some of these by now. I'm so damn turned around here. I was trying to figure out which way fucking New Hanover is. I know it's to the north. We need to cross the state line. That's the fastest way to lose these asshats. Come on, horse, let's go. Come on, crew, let's go. We gotta ride. Don't get held up by them. Get across the state line. We gotta cross that state line. They'll give up at the state line. Yep, there they go. We did it. And that's the one good thing about the train robberies. At least it didn't occur in the state where they're fucking holed up.
Real fun. We can see what they call you the professionals in the outfit.
Oh, this take was shit.
Some money. Hey, what did I get? Gotta be $100 here. Very nice.
You weren't even invited.
What now?
We still need a real big take. Enough for us to get out of here.
Was that a setup? Law turned up real fast.
I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm starting to get nervous.
Think they followed us from Blackwater?
Maybe. They found me already near Horseshoe, but I think this lot was just locals.
I hope so. I'm gonna head into Valentine. See if I can get something started there.
Good idea. Either way, we should all go it alone right now. You know the deal. Don't be followed.
Of course not, boss.
This wasn't a bad take, but shit. It wasn't great either.
Okay there.
Warmer rum, yum yum yum.
Yep. Whoa, back.
It's so foggy, it's so foggy. I'm sure the general store will be open by then. I'm not so worried about a neck piece, but I'm gonna get some not so... I'm gonna change Arthur's wardrobe up just a tad, because... I'm not going to be up here for much longer, and something a tad bit, you know, nicer for the weather he's going to be entering into would be ideal, I think. Because we're just going to move this one right along upside that. Let's see if I get attacked by gangs or marauders while I go decide to heat myself up another beverage.
I glad I found you.
Uh-oh.
They got Bill.
Oh, of course they
Who
do.
has it?
Bountymen. I found their camp nearby. They got Bill
I was
tied
wondering
up.
when this shit would
I'm gonna
show
go
up.
take care of it. Come on.
Oh, sloppy Bill.
Yeah, well. You coming?
All right, lead the way. So how'd you find him?
He said he was going hunting. Never returned. I was able to track him pretty easily. Only a matter of time before they decide to pick up camp and head for town to collect the bounty.
Guess we're in sights again.
When are we not, Arthur?
Fair point.
What'll Dutch do?
Ain't for me to say. Doubt Bill'll like it, whatever it is.
He's a problem. We all know it.
Is that for me to say?
Yeah, I think it is, Arthur.
Well, let's save his ass first. Worry about how to kick it later.
Okay, we're getting close.
I know we are. I saw the smoke from down below, Javier.
There they are. On foot from here. Stake out your position.
Hey, you idiots ever hear of Dutch's boys? You're gonna pay for this. You have no idea what hell is coming your way. We're shaking in our boots. Idiot.
Javier, you didn't do shit on that one. I was fucking on point. Let me cut you loose, Bill.
Let's go! Get me out of here! I owe you fellers for
Damn
this.
right you do.
Well, I'm gonna head back to camp, find a bottle, and nurse these bruises.
Yeah. I'm headed to camp as well. Thanks, Arthur.
What's next?
Loot these jackoffs. Not much worth having in here. I changed my mind. We're gonna go back to camp instead. I want to see if there's anything at camp worth doing. Because I know there's a few side things I would have liked to do that we haven't done yet. I know there's a whole bunch next chapter. There's really only a couple here. Like hunting with Charles and that with Javier. But, I mean, I didn't want to cover absolutely everything in this game because doing the 100% with the challenges and all that and every single stranger, it'd just take too long. There's a few select ones I do want to get to just to have a little more, you know, substance in here. Not that the main story doesn't have enough substance. It fucking does, and it's fantastic. But I know some of them will carry over, but some of them won't. So I kind of want to go and... Oh, for fuck's sakes. Every time I want to go get my drink or autopilot back to camp or something. Worthless fucking shit, Theo Driscolls. To their credit, I hate their racist views and I think they're just equally as dumb, but at least the Lemoyne Raiders don't jump you anywhere near as much as the O'Driscolls do, for fuck's sakes. Some hot cider.
It's me.
Welcome back, Arthur.
Yep, and we're back.
Morning, Arthur. Lenny.
You've been doing good.
Thanks, Arthur.
Keep at it.
Sure, Arthur.
You know, miss, I've killed girls that betrayed us. It doesn't happen.
Whatever else is in store for us, Arthur, I'll tell you one thing.
What's that?
The rare old pleasure not to be freezing our balls off up in those mountains.
You're not wrong there.
Be well.
And you, Hosea.
You're right, not Missy. On!
Always good to see you.
Damn day. Already ruined.
Thanks for all your efforts.
That's all right.
Miss Grimshaw is fiery as all hell.
Is he an honest fraud?
The way I see it, he's the worst kind of fraud, Mr. Dutch. He's a rich dreamer playing at being one of us.
This kid is too smart, Arthur. How do you mean?
He's on vacation with the lower classes. The outlaws, those unprotected by wealth.
You are too hard on him. He writes with incredible beauty.
Yes, he's very ornamental, as my uncle would say.
And your uncle, what was he?
He was a slave. Most educated man in his county, but a slave.
Miller writes about men like him.
Nah, Miller's a slave too. A slave to pretty words and empty phrases, but he don't understand.
You are too harsh a critic.
Look, you're a great man, Mr. Dutch. But you ain't great 'cause of Evelyn Miller.
Keep quiet, Morgan. He'll eat you alive.
It ain't difficult.
Why don't you sit by the fire for a bit?
I may. I'm gonna grab some coffee and then I'm gonna go talk with Javi over there.
Mr. Arthur, I told Dutch, I feel I should tell you. I saw some of Combs' boys riding around.
Down here? What they want?
I have no idea.
They see you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know, Kieran.
Mm-hmm.
You busy, Arthur?
Not too
Nope.
busy.
Let's rob a homestead,
I
Javi.
heard about a house. Could be interesting.
What kind of a house?
I don't know. A couple fellas I heard in town, they said it was really freakish. A family local boogeymen, I guess. But they're crooked in every way.
So?
Well, so these boys thought they were sitting on a lot of cash. They're highway robbers, kidnappers, apparently. They're well hidden in the woods.
That sounds pretty dubious.
Of course, yeah, it's dubious, but there ain't much risk of getting caught.
Okay, then. Let's go take a look.
Exactly. Just take a look. It's up north, on the other side of the river from Valentine. Best way there is through Cumberland Falls, though. You know it?
Sure, more or less.
Alright, Javi. Let's go. Let's go, Robin. Waha!
Okay, we're pretty close now. Let's stop and go on foot from here. Just up the hill this way. Follow me. There's a spot up ahead where we should be able to get a good look at the place. I want to make sure we don't run into any surprises.
Sure.
Apparently, this family's been isolated for so long, they started talking in their own weird dialect. They really don't like outsiders.
Their own weird dialect. You know,
You just keep selling me on this job, don't you?
I've never turned on subtitles before, so I'm curious to see how the dialect, this weird dialect's gonna read in subtitles. This ought to be good for a couple of chuckles.
You got your binoculars?
Well, there's a pretty big barn in the back. Not a bad place to start looking. There must be a lot of people living here. A large house.
Stash could be in any one of them buildings, and who knows how many people are in there. I ain't sure about this.
I think we need to draw them out somehow. I got an idea. Follow me. All these trees, I can't get a proper look at the place.
Well, hopefully it'll make it harder for them to spot us, too.
Coast seems clear so far.
Yeah, so far.
Hey, keep it down. I hear voices. Come on. Let's hide behind this shed. See if we can hear what they're saying. Just stay quiet.
Creepers, Finn. Don't score notions in the dippy Fleming's head.
Where you been now, Newt? Don't be boiling now, Pappy. I's gone for 10 minutes I was.
You can hollygag all the now day long, cause Edie takes patrol now, don't you?
What? No, Edie get all the jam.
You shut your gulper, or I'll flagger your felt, I will. Your niece will pull it up, boy. Up. Go guard the shed.
Go! You understand what they're saying?
Not much of it. What we doing, Javier?
Okay, you take cover by the rock over there. I'll create a little distraction, then you jump them, okay?
What kind of distraction?
Let's see.
Be quiet.
Yeah. I'd be quiet, Javi. I'd be quiet. Swankin' heck.
What the heck are... What happened here? We got to put this out, dude!
Let's look for the stash.
They weren't shy about defending that barn. Let's check in there first.
Okay, you're overlooking the barn, Javi. I'll be right with you.
Has to be under here. There's no place else that could store it. Hey, Arthur. Give me a hand here.
Well, look what we have here.
I told you it was worth the trouble, didn't I?
Here, you take this. Let's split up. I'll meet you back at camp.
Sounds good.
Cumberland Forest is a pretty nice area too. There's a lot of places I like on this map.
Easy.
One of the places I will avoid a lot, unless I have to be there, is Lemoyne, though. Just, I'm not a big fan of the swamp, or the region, or the people down there. It's just, they just don't rub me right. That whole region of the map. I mean, it's still beautifully done, but
Got issues with me?
Who's that? It's me, Arthur.
I was making money. Shawnee boy.
Well done, Arthur. You found the Irish Terrier.
You're a little late with this, congratulations, Dutch.
He's just a younger version of you. Please don't say that to me, Dutch. Oh, it's true. It's true.
You hurt my soul sometimes,
Keep
Dutch.
it coming. Okay, I'll catch you later then. All right, Arthur.
Have you not heard, Reverend?
God is dead.
Keep telling yourself that, Mr. Bell. It won't make a difference.
Mr. Swanson.
I don't understand that lawman get-up.
At least you're reading it the right way up for once.
Very funny.
Well, don't let me disturb you.
Right.
Jesus, Arthur. Get that honor and Deadeye up somehow, so we'll do a few chores. Good. So I've been waiting for this little last sub activity. Thank God it didn't take long. I'm gonna go take care of it real quick, and then we'll be off to finish this chapter up and move into our next area.
So you saw Pinkertons, did you?
Saw, met, and got the full message.
What did you think?
I think we're in real trouble, but the only way out is forward.
I know. That Blackwater business seems to have finished us.
You stalking me too, Arthur.
You getting crazy, Dutch?
Well, I've always been crazy, Arthur. You know that. You are starting to unnerve me, friend. I don't think you want me any more unnerved than I already am.
Jesus, Dutch, you need to calm your shit down a little bit. You're not due to get that crazy just yet. I'm wandering just a little because I'm trying to figure out where the fuck Micah got to. As much as I hate him, I'm often curious as to what he's up to in camp and who he's harassing.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Thank you.
Don't worry about it, Reverend.
I made a fool of myself again.
We've all done that, Reverend.
I'm bitterly ashamed. Really, I am.
I'm just gonna miss this. All the happy banjo playing around the fire and everyone getting along. This nice little peaceful area on this cliff was such a beautiful view. I mean, this first camp, there was no place nicer in the whole rest of this game than this. This was the nicest place by far the gang set up in. It was, you know, to me, no matter how many times I play it, you know, or how many times I go online and how many times I wander upon this little spot, this horseshoe overlook, it's always going to be a reminder, you know, to me of better times for all these characters.
What you preparing for?
The greatest of gifts.
An unguarded stagecoach.
No, you simple-minded fool. Bison.
Bison?
Bison. How much you can get anything. There's some over on the plains, I believe. I saw a couple a long way off.
Good luck.
You want to come with me? I'll show you how we hunt one.
Sure. Why not?
I was like, side activities, missions, anything with Charles. Charles and Arthur's relationship is a great thing. Because if you're going down the honorable path line with Arthur, Charles is, I feel, the friendship that keeps Arthur grounded.
My mother used to tell me stories of how her tribe moved with the bison. They lived almost as one. The bison went, my people went. They were the center of all life. We couldn't survive without them. They provided us with everything. Food, clothing, shelter, tools. There was a lot of respect.
Huh. I don't remember much of my childhood, but I think my people, well, we pretty much moved with the whiskey.
Well, my father did that too. Let's try over here, to the left. Over there. You see them all? Incredible, aren't they? We should only kill one of them. I'll keep them ringed in and you see if you can bring one down. Okay? Clean as you can.
Okay. Yep.
And butcher. Take the horns, too. It can all be used. Good job. Stow that on your horse and mount up. I wanna go check something out.
Okay, let's go. Come on, boy. Where are we going?
I thought I saw some scavenger birds over here. Just wanted to see what attracted them. No. Look. Bison. Shot and left for dead, it looks like.
Why would someone do that?
I don't know. But I see tracks heading in this direction. I say we follow them.
All right. Lead the way. Could it have been an animal?
No, they've been shot. Just don't know why anybody would just leave them here to rot like that. Look, another dead bison. On the hill to the right. Come on. Shot and left for dead again. But this one looks fresher.
There's a camp there. I'm gonna take a look.
You find anything, Arthur?
Oh, they haven't gone cold yet. Maybe half a day since they left.
Bison's been dead about the same amount of time.
So what do you want to do?
They could still be in the area. Let's get up higher, see if we spot anything. This way. We should have a good view from up here. Okay. You see anything?
See some smoke to the east. Maybe another camp. It's worth a look.
All right. Let's go. Bastards. Just killing for fun.
Think we can talk?
I don't kill for fun. I kill when I need to. More dead bison. It has to be them. Come on.
Wait up.
Did you fools shoot those bison?
What's your problem?
I said, did you fools shoot those bison?
Calm down, you black or red bastard, whatever the fuck you are.
Did you shoot them?
Yes, we did. We shot them bison, we'll shoot you too if you don't get.
What business is it of yours? What? We...
It's that business of mine!
Good God, you're crazy! I got a family. A family. Don't shoot me. Stand back, Charles. I'll get you some answers. What the hell are you doing? Why are you killing those bison and leaving them to rot? God damn it, tell us or you're dead.
You feel like chatting yet?
We're
Jesus,
paid to kill
asshole.
as many as we could and make it look like it was Indians.
Just kill him, Arthur.
No, please, don't. I've heard enough.
Damn right. That's what he deserved. I've seen enough of this. I'm heading back.
Okay. I'm gonna see if there's anything worth taking from their camp. I'll catch up with you later.
Look at all damn horses.
Okay, boy.
They set me up! I'm an innocent man!
Hey, enough out of you!
But is he? Is he an innocent man? Yay, Ducky's back. Now we raided Ches Porter. while you're away, and we just got finished hunting bison with Charles. And I'm gonna head back to camp and drop it off before we go meet John in town to see what he's got cooking in Valentine. Ba-dum. Being the first time I've ever turned the subtitles on the game, I gotta say, doing the Ches Porter robbery with Javier was kind of hilarious, seeing that weird dialect in subtitles. It gave me a good chuckle. Because, God, those people talk gibberish.
Hold up! Who is it? I'm coming in.
Well, I've donated the bison and the supplies to the camp.
Well, I see you ain't got problems with your appetite.
That was good.
Is there any part of my existence you're not trying to ruin? I'm not sure I appreciate your tone, girl. Well, I'm not sure I appreciate your smell. It's put me off my meal. Why don't you take a bath, please? I will not put up with much more of your tongue, miss. Did anybody lose a pile of turd? I think I found one. You'll get yours one day, my girl. And you won't get yours. That's the problem. What, Kieran?
Hello?
Miss Grimshaw.
Hey. Nervy little fella, ain't you?
Wouldn't you be?
Don't cross us, and you'll be fine.
Then take care.
Next time, I'll slit your throat myself.
Holy shit. Jose.
Slits that big sack of turd.
I knew that.
I'm sorry.
Damn. Yeah. Big update. We got some robbery to do. And that might be fun later tonight with that the new legendary bounty looks fucking sick. And we got some free gifts because I logged in before I started my broadcast to collect my free gifts from the online, and ooh, goodies. Tasty. I think I'm gonna give Arthur a rest. He's been on his feet for a while for the last few episodes. I haven't gotten him much sleep.
Hey, Bill. Anyone ever tell you you're a moron?
I'm a what?
Sorry, I'll use shorter words. Anyone ever tell you just how dumb you are?
Why don't you go and make us some money? Get us some food if you're so full of energy. You get that?
Whatever you say, boss.
Do something useful. Both of you.
Oh, Arthur just done fucking told them shit. Oh yeah, there were goodies, so definitely check into that. I've seen some interactions I've never seen before. It's always fun coming back to camp. I need to do it more often in these broadcasts so I can see these interactions, because I'm like, you know, some of them, yeah, I've seen before, some of them I haven't. I always try and catch Micah's, because as much as I have him, he's always getting into trouble with someone. And it's fun to see, because some people aren't, you know, as afraid of him, you know, as others. Like, Arthur definitely ain't afraid of Micah. Charles ain't afraid of Micah. Charles fucking lays Micah's ass out when Micah gets in his face. I think Javier does it too. There's a few people who hand Micah his ass when he fucking needles them too hard. So as much as I hate Micah, I always enjoy seeing what kind of trouble he's getting into at camp. I think Charles is really one of Arthur's most important relationships, because Charles, I feel like, especially if you play the game properly and you go down the honorable path with Arthur, apart from being just our favorite character, I think Charles is what keeps Arthur grounded in his own in his moral code and his in his sense of right and wrong. I think Charles kind of serves as a grounding element for Arthur. Well, John may be his motivation and his redemption. Arthur is really, just as important.
Bring me something soon if you can, Arthur. I will. Can't wait to taste this.
Very well. Hello, Doc.
Glad to hear it.
This should be some real good eating. Thank you. I know supplies are low. Good job, Mr. Morgan.
But Horseshoe Overlook is always going to remind me, whether I'm in campaign or outside of campaign, of better times for all these people. A time when everyone was happy, when things were simpler, when life was just better, Because everything that kind of comes after this is just, it doesn't happen all at once, but things just get progressively worse, and it's just so heartbreaking to watch. Honestly, Horseshoe Overlook was the nicest camp the gang chose for themselves out of all the locations. Oh, hello there, Royal Legend. Out of all the locations the gang chose, Horseshoe was the prettiest, the nicest camp around. It just... Nothing else looks anywhere near as nice.
I heal pretty fast.
Lucky you. So you just lazing about, or you got any leads?
I got something. You see them?
Sure. Well, you see yourself as a shepherd now?
Maybe. Come on.
Well, where exactly are we going?
Collect something. Help us get some sheep.
That attempt to seem all enigmatic and interesting, that might work for Dutch, but for you, it just makes you look stupid.
Come on, Arthur. He's got to learn to be a main character someday.
You'll see. That train job was a start, but we need more money. Until we can get back to Blackwater and collect.
I'm here to tell you. We try to collect that money anytime soon, it'll come with a noose.
I was worried you'd say that. Dutch says that we...
Dutch says a lot. That's his gift. Saying things.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean by that?
I was a prize pony once. Now I'm a workhorse. Listen, Dutch is... But, well, you was at that thing in Blackwater. We already seen Pinkertons here. New century's coming. This life, this way, well, we're the last, I reckon. And we ain't long for it.
And that's the way it goes, I guess.
For me, yes.
All right.
So where are we going?
Just need to pick up something. There's a hitching post over there. Tether the horse and I'll meet you across the street.
Alrighty.
I already don't like how this is going. Gun store?
Yep. Can you, head in, pick up a sniper rifle? I'll explain later.
Don't you wear yourself out now?
Oh, well, hello again. How can I help you today?
Looking for a rifle? Something with a sight on it.
Shouldn't be a problem. You want to see what we've got? It's all in the catalog here.
Yes, sir. Let's bling it out a little bit. Can't hurt to have a nice rifle. Want it to perform correctly anyway, so since it was free, a little bling will go a long way. I'm gonna spring for the extra scope. Why not? I'm a nerd. Ooh, that grain looks nice. I like it. Do I want a wrap since it's a sniper rifle? Yes, I do. We'll skimp out on the carvings and go for a wrap. Haha. Alright. I know, right? It's been so long. I think I'm going to go silver on that. Gold on the mechanism. Silver again for the frame. I hear you, Ducky. I hear you. For sure. I love it kind of as an accent. I feel like too much gold and it just looks gaudy, but I think that looks like a sharp piece right there. I tend to favor it because when I get my carvings or engravings, I do them in black, so they stand out a little bit more on the gold and silver. Let's see how that does look like a nice engraving, but I want to see a few of the others. I don't normally do this with my rifles. I'm gonna be honest. I'm more, you know, I'll do it with a sidearm and maybe my Springfield. Sometimes I will spring for a little bit of custom work on my varmint rifle, and that's about it. It's usually those are the weapons I use. Oh, you mean gold member? I love gold. But I gotcha. I got what you was saying. We can't see the carving, so does it really matter? Let's get something dark for this rifle. I think that'll look nice as far as the leather wrap and the varnish. I got you though. Oh yes. Now that's a nice looking sniper rifle. That's that sniper rifle I'm proud for to have. But yeah, I got definitely some sweet ass sniper rifles going on for sure. And nice, 90%. Go you. How'd you get all the way across the street that way, John? You dingus.
Let's go.
couldn't you have done that?
Done what?
Bought that gun.
I had a run-in with that fella earlier. We ain't on the best of terms.
You had a run-in. I've had a run-in with half that town.
Calm down. It's done now, ain't it?
Why are you being so cagey about all this? Always playing some goddamn game.
Me? I ain't the one taking Jack on fishing trips.
No, you ain't. If you say the boy ain't yours, what's the difference?
I always love that line. I ain't the one taking Jack on fishing trips. No, you ain't. Fucking, I can feel the sass in Arthur's voice there. I can feel it.
You know that as well as anyone. Same as with you and that girl. What was her name? Mary?
That was different.
No, it ain't. Just the same.
Anyway, for the love of God, will you tell me what you got me doing here before I turn around and hit the breeze?
There's a herd of sheep coming down to auction from Emerald Ranch. Folk in town were saying the owner's trying to stamp out every farm from here to Ansburg.
Yeah, I know that place.
I love it when John gets mad about him taking Jack on fishing, though, and Arthur puts so much emphasis on the sass in his response.
God damn it! Easy. Let's head up to the ridge up there. Get a proper view. So I'm thinking that the herd will make it to auction all right, but a couple of new ranch hands will be collected on the sale. Doubt the town will care to notice too much.
Why we need this rifle you couldn't buy yourself?
Reckon we shouldn't get too close. At least not till we know what we're dealing with. Let's see what we can see from up here. Okay, I think that's them over there.
What now?
Put a shot in near them. I reckon they'll hightail it. They're only ranch hands. Just watch the sheep.
Looks like one of them don't scare too easy.
Put another shot in close. He'll get the message. That ought to do it.
Run, little piggy, run!
All right, let's go round them up.
I just noticed that our horses look almost identical, me and John's right now. Although part of that is because my horse is a bit on the muddy side.
Day here or there, but not much.
Those cowboys I know are dumb as trees. How hard could it be?
I guess we'll soon find out. Let's get these things. Bring them back to the yards.
John had some decent ideas for money and stuff.
Let's get them all rounded up.
Yes, sir. Round them sheep up, round them sheep up, round them sheep up, round them sheep up. Get in there, sheep. Get in there. Fucking. Get in there. Don't make me accidentally trample you, because I don't want to. I already had to knife that one sheep, and I felt bad enough about that.
You know what? Marston, why don't you leave the sheep to me? You ride Shank, keep watch for any trouble.
I brought you in on this.
It'll be quicker this way. Trust me. This ain't the right time for you to be learning how to herd.
Yeah, you don't learn that till the next game, John.
I'm done arguing. route back to Valentine is right around that mountain.
Okay. Like I said, I'll handle this. Keep moving.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sheep, yeah. At least the sheep are way more responsive than the cows. My God. I don't know if anyone watching has ever played Red Dead 1, but Red Dead Redemption the first, but oh my God, were those cows a pain in the ass. Although part of it is because the improved controls where you can lock onto the herd and kind of direct them that way, but oh lordy. I think some of us who had played Red Dead 1 who came in on this mission was like, oh dear God, it's gonna be one of these. Funny story, on one of my replays of this mission, a train came through when I was herding the sheep and mowed the whole herd down, and I just fucking... I couldn't even be pissed. It was too random and funny. I just lost my shit. I was like, fucking really? Probably one of the better whoopsie-daisy moments, although that probably would have been worthy for one of these glitch videos people keep telling me, you know, we should do. That would have been hilarious, just seeing all the sheep mowed the fuck down by the goddamn train. I'm like, oh no! My sheep.
Fine sheep.
They're okay.
Well, you seen better around here?
I've seen ones with less ambiguity about their provenance.
A lot less. What you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you give me 25% kickback, and I won't say nothing to nobody.
Arthur, your scruff grew in during that cutscene.
Sure, I'll excuse you for 25%.
You want me to put another hole in your head?
Folks swing for rustling livestock. 25%.
15.
20.
18.
Done. Calm yourself, friend. Just think of it as I'm buying your sins.
You're buying, but we're paying.
Go on now.
Come back after the auction. You'll get your money.
Dutch is waiting for us at the saloon.
He is?
Easy.
18%. I thought we was doing the robbing here.
Still good money.
Well, thanks for all the help with this. Can't herd, can't swim.
Give it a rest, will ya? We ain't kids no more.
No, never really was.
I think you got a point there, Arthur. Hard to be kids in this life. I love how I am a little unintentionally sassy to John here. I just muscled my way into where he was about to park his fucking horse. But it kind of plays to their attitudes towards one another in this scenario, even though it's unintentional.
Where have you been?
Working. Marston's thing.
Good. And?
We're just waiting to get some pay on a few sheep.
Leopold, my good friend, as long as you're here, why don't you and John go make sure there ain't no funny business?
Of course.
Gentlemen, drink?
Sure.
Nothing like talking to old Strauss to make you want to blow your own brains out. I should have left him where I found him all those years ago. Bookish little Austrian, fresh off the boat, his eyes out on stalks.
Well, I guess the Dutch Vanderlyn Finishing School has some strange graduates.
That it does. To your good health.
Thank you.
Vanderland! Get out here! Get out
What
here
the
now! Vandalin!
There he is, another ass hat.
That you keep robbing me! My name is Leviticus Cornwall. I am not a man to be messed with by the likes of you! Get out here before I have these men killed!
What do you think?
Get out here,
Well,
you depraved piece of trash!
You start spinning the yarn, and when I think the moment's right, I'll make a move.
Got where I am by letting
Why
scum
not?
like you rob from me! Vandalin, you're done! Now get out here now! Deal with this nonsense.
Please.
There he is, Mr. Cornwall. So we've
terrible
now met
mistake.
4 of our major ass
case
hats
of mistaken
for the
identity.
final chapter.
What is worse than admonishing a man for the sins of another who wants to be the Messiah? Not me. No, I want to be.
Interesting thing about this encounter, though, is I don't think there's really any lawmen in it. Oh boy, I need a little something. I'm working on it.
I'm trying!
I feel like Cornwall just rode in and took over this whole town while we were out rustling sheep. Because I ain't seen anyone with a fucking badge. None of these look like Pinkertons either. Because they all wear the same kind of long coats and flat caps associated with Cornwall's employees. So I suspect, at least for this chapter, that what happened, probably in my opinion, is that the Pinkertons reported their findings when they made contact with Arthur to Cornwall. You know, when Arthur didn't act on their deal and they let Cornwall to kind of, you know, make his move. When his men failed, he probably relied on them, their organization, as he had employed them in further chapters, you know, since he had other business dealings outside of New Hanover that kept him more preoccupied. Or more, I'm sorry, business dealings in New Hanover, since they weren't in New Hanover for future chapters. You know, he wasn't going to pursue them, he was going to deal with his business, and he was going to let the Pinkertons deal with it. But this was kind of, you know, his state at the time. And he had just been robbed by them several times rather recently. so that seems to make sense.
Never again.
Let's go. Put Strauss on the back of John's horse and let's get out of here.
I'm working on it, Dutch. Just calm down.
You make sure nobody's following us. We'll get back to camp. We're gonna gather the troops and get them to start packing up.
Ugh. Sure. We can't stick around after this.
Let's go! Yeah!
All right. I better get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now the lawmen are coming because we just created a ruckus in their town, their territory. All of Cornwall's men are dead, and there was a shit ton of violence that just happened in that little town, so now the law is kind of free to engage us. So these are actually the lawmen pursuing us now. You can tell by the red stars, but yeah, looking at that and then putting it all together in my head from all the other subsequent times I played through this, that makes sense. This was oh my dear lord. Well, that was not bright of me at all. Damn it, it's a shame I'm losing that bison pelt, but we don't really have much of a choice. That was some intense bullshit right there. The gang has got to uproot because shit can't stay the same after this. I still want the details of the Blackwater job because I can't imagine how it was any worse than this. You know? To be honest, it's hard to fathom how the Blackwater job would be worse than any other, you know.
Yeah.
You know what Rockstar is going to do for their next Red Dead Redemption? They're going to subvert all our expectations. We played as the main character twice. And next time around, if they do another Red Dead, we're going to end up playing as like a character kind of similar to Micah, I bet, where we're a real piece of trash, you know, and it's like, do we choose to continue to be that piece of trash, or are we going to redeem ourselves? Like, you know, one of those plot twists, you're really the bad guy. I'm not going to lie, those are usually pretty good plot twists in games, and I often find them enjoyable, so.
Why are you wearing that badge around here?
But that would be something. Unfortunately, they've already kind of done that at the end of Red Dead Redemption 1, but I feel like we're pushing too far into the modern age because we're on the verge of, you know, the next 6 years, World War II is going to break out. You know, or it's 1914 by the time we play as Jack. I would understand people wanting to do that and seeing how he turned out or what eventually became of him, but I feel like it's too late in the timeline of the Old West.
Damn right it will.
Constipated as usual.
So, we moving?
Yeah. Micah told me of a place we can lie low. Look here. Dewberry Creek, he said.
Okay.
Maybe you and Charles can go take a look, clear off anyone you find.
I'd still like a DLC sort of campaign where we play the events of the Blackwater heist or the events leading up to it. You lock us down to the territory of, you know, how for this campaign we can't go to West Elizabeth until the end. I would say what they should do is
Sure, this can wait.
What they should do for is do at least the single player DLC with the events leading up to Blackwater and how they lock us out of Blackwater until the end of this story. They should lock us out of the other territories for just that DLC. We should only be able to access West Elizabeth. We can't go anywhere else. Or if they do that, just West Elizabeth and New Austin. It'd be interesting to do it that way. You know, to have a story where you just explored those regions.
We're packing up and moving on. Again? We have to. And fast. We'd already pushed our luck too far before that mess we just made at Valentine.
That didn't sound good.
Killed a lot of law. Killed a lot of Cornwall's men. They must know where we are by now.
So, we're heading south?
Yeah. Area called Dewberry Creek. Dutch wants us to give it a look. Make sure it's clear and a good place to
I can see why they also moved away from Dewberry Creek, apart from it being a poor choice thanks to Micah calling it.
Right. And I know by now, there ain't no lying low.
There's too many of us for that.
And there ain't no way Dutch is gonna just hide away in a cave somewhere. Goes against everything he stands for.
Does Dewberry, the other problem with Dewberry Creek, apart from it being Micah's choice and too exposed, is if you also think about it geographically, Dewberry Creek is still just a little too close to the border of New Hanover, near the mess they just made.
Call it what you want.
I don't know. Before,
so I can see why Dewberry Creek was definitely, you know, a no-no option.
This is a big country. But now... hang on a second. I think that must be it up ahead, the old dried-up creek.
Seems very open.
Yeah, it does. Ain't sure to be the best in the rain, neither. Well, let's take a look around.
I also wouldn't be opposed to what most people have been asking for another expansion if they wanted to do another single-player add-on, is to see what happened to Charles, do an expansion with just Charles up in the Canada region where he moved after the events of the story.
Let's be careful, Arthur.
Him being everyone's favorite character and all, I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
Let's get ready for business.
But I still think I'd like to know what happened more in Blackwater.
I'm not gonna shoot for the sake of it.
I'd rather not get a, you know, as much as I'd like to play as Charles, I'd rather not get a story where I hope he survived only to find out that something bad happened to him. Because I love him too much.
Look, here it is. A few tents, but the place looks empty.
Let's have a look around and make sure.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Where's everybody?
Maybe they heard us coming. Be careful.
I'm being careful.
Arthur looks like he might need a bath and a shave soon.
It's okay. It's okay. You come out of there. You okay? You don't mean you no harm.
I know they didn't go far with Jack, but it'd be hard to go further with Jack, because like I said, it's too close to the end of the Wild West. The country would be on the verge of entering World War II in another 6 years.
He said, are you okay?
And civilization was advancing rapidly at that point, which is why this one had to be a prequel. And then the future one would have to go further back.
Go on, get out of here. Go, we need the land.
Or
go.
it would have to be set in a different time, in the same time frame with a different gang and a different set of characters.
Men, last night.
Where did they take him?
Ain't no business of ours. I don't even speak their language.
You ain't as tough and dense as all that. Come on, Arthur.
Charles is like, are you fucking kidding me, Arthur?
The girl was pointing this way.
Be a human being.
There. Tracks. Come on. I don't see nothing. Hoof marks. This way. What's going on with you?
What do you mean?
You were just going to send that woman and her children on their way?
We're wanted, man. We got Pinkertons breathing down our necks. We should be moving camp, not running off on some wild goose chase.
Come on, Arthur. That's not how you are.
Well, maybe you don't know me as well as you think you do.
Fun fact, I learned that some people did some investigating, and the German father we rescue here was actually in Red Dead 1, and he didn't end up, meet a happy ending, and he didn't become a good person in the end. He ended up being that German guy that we got into a duel with in Chuparosa in Mexico in Red Dead Redemption as John Marsden years later. He ended up being that German silver prospector.
Offered me freedom if I turned Dutch here.
They picked the wrong man there.
We should have moved right then, if you asked me.
Think this is the right way? Give me a second.
Herr Muller, and it was his name. The German from Red Dead 1. So I think some people have connected the dots and determined that this German guy is Herr Muller. So there are some real subtle nods to the first game that you don't realize until replays and then looking at the detail. There's so much hidden in plain sight, which is great. I mean, I love learning shit like that, playing through and, you know, picking up on new things every time. It's so massive and there's so much hidden in it, we know that we're going to keep discovering more all the time. It's great.
John said he was going back to the auction yard to collect the money for those sheep.
He'd be a damn idiot going anywhere near that town right now.
He reckoned he'd be able to slip in and out.
Oh, well. If it's John's idea, it must be a good one.
Whoa! Arthur, what is it with you and him?
He disappeared on us for a while. When Jack was...
Wait a second, just want to look closer here.
I do like in this one as opposed to the original where they will pause the conversation and then resume it, you know. And the other one, if you rode too fast, you'd miss out on the dialogue in Red Dead 1 in a lot of cases. And somehow they had some bad timing with how the conversation played out.
Young, a long while. Year.
He did?
And we was family, you know. Guess I still ain't fully forgiven him for that.
There's a camp up ahead.
Be careful.
Seems deserted. Let's take a look.
Whoa, whoa! Where is this guy?
I don't know. But you know something? This is much easier to defend.
Maybe. This looks like our fella, Charles.
Quick, cut him free and let's get out of here.
Vorsicht, Vorsicht! Das ist eine Falle! Vorsicht!
Take cover! I see three coming this way.
You get the hell away from him! You ain't gonna...
Why the hell you drag us into this, Charles?
That all of them? Doesn't look like it. We got more riding in.
Not a hit.
Well, that's them dealt with. You get them untied, and I'll see what they've left behind for us.
Helfen Sie mir!
It's okay. Getting you out of here.
Vielen Dank für Ihre Hilfe.
Yeah, okay. Here, you wait there a second. Charles, go find Dutch. Get the caravan to divert here. This spot should work for us.
I agree.
Yeah, you can see it in his face with the mustache. If he lost the chin patch and he lost his hair, he would look like he would look like Herr Muller from Red Dead 1. It kind of makes you wonder, knowing that, what happened in his life. You know, he was such a good person in this game that brought him so low. By the time John meets him in Mexico. Oh shit, I almost ran into a tree there like a jackass.
Wo bringen Sie mich hin?
What the hell did you do to those fellers?
Wie bitte?
Those men back there, why did they take you?
Geld? Money. Meiner Familie gehört eine Goldmine. Sie wollen Lösegeld erpressen.
How did someone even come up with them words?
Well, he clearly understands.
Vielen Dank. Wie haben Sie gefunden?
Look, I'm sorry, friend. I can barely speak English.
Clearly, this man just understands English, even though he speaks German, because he's definitely responding in the subtitles correctly to most of what Arthur's saying. So even if he doesn't speak it, he clearly understands English. It's interesting because without the subtitles on, you would have never known that.
Dem Herrgott sei Dank. Schatz! Ah.
Andreas, ich hab gedacht, du sagst...
Yeah, Andreas Muller, that is correct. That was his first name. This is him. Oh my god. Yeah, that was... Holy shit.
Sie sind ein großer Mann.
Ja.
Ein großer Mann.
Ja, wirklich.
Es ist ein Segen, dass wir Sie getroffen haben.
Come on, now get out of here. This place ain't safe. Get out of here!
Ja, ja, alles klar.
Vamos!
Ich hab was für Sie. Einen Moment. Dankeschön. Thank you. Vielen Dank, herzlichen Dank.
Guess it was a pleasure.
Ja!
This little moment is Arthur discovering that good deeds can have a reward sometimes, and then later in the story, when he has his crisis and he starts doing good for just the sake of that, he discovers that good deeds are their own reward. So it's a fun transformation if you think back on that moment and then forward to what happens. It's a nice parallel, that.
Miss Grimshaw, Mr. Pearson, put everyone to work. Make this place a home.
Well, I don't know where the hell we are, but we are going to make the best of it.
Honestly, Clement's Point really isn't such a bad camp, but what happens in this chapter is pretty fucking lousy, so I'm I just got a damper on my mood because of where things are headed. Get Arthur some food, some coffee after the long day he's had. Maybe a shave and a rest, and we'll probably get winding down because we're at our 2-hour mark, which is good. We accomplished everything and more that we set out to.
Good day.
What? Are you here to arrest me?
Do you worry that maybe we've lost our way?
How do you mean? Ignore that. I won't pretend ignorance. I know just what you mean. But I don't know.
Everything good?
Things seem bad. The world is changing, and I'm not making much sense, am I?
No. But somehow, you've summarized how I feel. It seems awful. Then, it seems the same as always. And then, it seems like there's just no other way. And I just...
Listen. We got out of worse situations than this. Done plenty of bad things that we've all forgotten about. Don't take Dutch's patter about redemption too seriously. We're doomed. Just like every other creature on this rock. But unlike them, we'll go down fighting.
Is that what you believe?
I don't know, son. I don't know what I believe. Apart from wishing I wasn't gonna find out sooner than I'd like. What do you think, Arthur?
I don't do too much thinking, Jose. Killing's more my thing.
I don't believe that for a second.
Good morning, Arthur. You still here? What are you plotting now?
That's for me to know.
No second thoughts. Don't even tell me.
Whatever you say.
Micah, you dirty little hoe bag.
All this used to feel like one big party. How wrong I was.
It's not all so bad.
God, even the mood in the camp is kind of bummed now. Listen to Hosea and now Karen. Jesus. They feel like I feel. Oh, it's painful. It's so painful, my heart. It's so painful. That's the great thing about it, though, because the characters feel the same as you do. It feels like we're all on this road together. Let's see if Mike was gonna needle Bill any. Pick a stupid fight or something. Doesn't look like he is though.
You behaving there, O'Driscoll?
I'm not no Driscoll, sir.
Sure. How are the horses?
Okay. I mean, well, but they could be better. I'm worried. They've been through a lot. If I had some burdock root, just a couple, I could knock up a poultice, could keep them well, and cure some ailments.
Burdock root?
Yes, that works best.
Okay. If I see some, I'll bring it you.
Well, thank you, sir.
Keep my eye out for you, Kieran.
How you holding up? Good for you.
like Arthur might need a trim soon. His hair is getting a little unruly. Or at least some pomade at the very least. I'll get him sorted a little later. For now, it looks like we're at an end. We're at the 2-hour mark, and we've definitely nailed it. We are beginning a new chapter, and we have new misadventures and new problems to look forward to for the gang coming up here. I'm going to see how much of Clemens Point we can get through, because there's quite a bit to enjoy, but I'm going to take a brief break. I need to get a bite to eat. I need to get another beverage, and then I need to get Arthur some clothes. Maybe get him a horse and a proper saddle. That's really nice, and we'll be back. So, catch you in a few.